Hello everyone at Indian World Film Festival in its 9th edition. My name is USELLA, director of the film of Mexico City Volume 1. Mexico is often perceived as a country in conflict or violence, but little is said about the fact that it has a metropolis with more than 500 years of history, which is one of the largest in the world and has a large number of World Heritage sites. Mexico City is a place that transports you to different times with its culture and architecture, generating a contrast of emotions, but it's difficult to understand it in the midst of so much chaos. So I came up with the idea of making a film that would stop to admire all the beauty that this city holds within, its streets, museums, and even the towns. I consider myself passionate about cinema. I try to watch a lot of independent films, and as an architect, I feel this city like no other. I'm excited to be able to share a personal vision of it. Mexico City is extremely chaotic. There is a lot of traffic, a lot of people, and many changes in weather during the same day. Sometimes it's sunny, sometimes it rains a lot. It's difficult to see from the camera what you are seeing in real life. Being this my first film, I've had to learn several things about when and how it's best to record. In reality, HEITTERS and I did it alone. We recorded as best we could. HEITTERS is an experienced filmmaker that helped a lot to capture what we wanted to see in it. The only investment we made was an additional camera lens, our time, and our entire soul. The time that HEITTERS and I had available, because we both work independently and this project required a lot of dedication and coordination based on the position of the sun. We didn't have more resources, so we had to repeat some scenes multiple times. We also didn't have equipment like illuminators, so we had to wait for the best time to shoot depending on the weather. Also, the selection of the scenes. In the end, I wanted to put more and more places, and we had to discard many of them. At first, I knew it would be a video about the city and would talk about dates, events, buildings. Then the script brought me to something more romantic, generating multiple emotions that when we went through it, from a documentary that intended to talk about the city, it became a scene where a passionate person walks through its streets with his two friends dedicating a poem to it. It is a film aimed at all of us who enjoy walking, exploring, sharing with other animals, and enjoying the view that a city so full of everything shares with us. From a much deeper, more objective and honest vision of the real resources of this city, not from drones, but as seen on the street, just as it is seen in person. We are already finishing the second volume of Mexico City, with which we are laying the foundation of a larger proposal that is aimed at making feature films in the style of Luis Patiño with Samsara, but in a more Latin version, with the intention of continuing to share a vision of Mexico with the world. Of course, I would like to show much more, not just Mexico City, but Mexico as a country. There are places here like Michoacán, Oaxaca, Veracruz, Yucatan, Jalisco, from which we should learn more about their culture, their communities, their tradition, their gastronomy, their music. We are mainly interested in being in festivals that help spread this video in different settings around the world and share this very personal perspective of Mexico City. Being able to be present in more alternative or experimental rooms that allow for an approach to different communities. That Mexico City continues to be seen in as many places as possible. There are many stories about the city still to be told, and carrying out collaborations would help to continue showing them, not promoting tourism, but the identity of the city. It is a projection of Mexican architecture to the world, showing, for example, the legacy of Luis Barragán, winner of the Pritzker Prize, who, with his emotional architecture and the direction of light, creates magic in his works, as well as many other great architects who have made this an authentic city. How a city is built after two great earthquakes, the respect for nature, and the love for everything that is born in it. My message is, if you want to show something, do it. It doesn't matter if it's not perfect. It counts if there is a clear intention from their vision. Don't try to convince anyone. It's impossible to please everyone. Trust in yourself and do it for yourself. Well, these are my social media and my email. May Indian World Film Festival continue for many years to continue giving visibility to everyone who have a story to tell.